Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch, and today is Tuesday, May 7th. If you're watching this live, let me know if you can hear me. I don't see a thumbs up yet. Okay, there we go. Hi, Tammy. How are you doing? Okay, I'm going to post the link for the live Chick Candy now. And let me go over to my channel and do the same thing over there. Just going to pin that link for the live Chick Candy. Hi there. Okay, Kimberly, Erica, Patricia. Okay, so everybody can hear me over on YouTube. And what about Facebook? Can you guys hear me over on Facebook? Let me hit refresh. So y'all can thank David. Let me pop this comment in here real quick. Okay, David said, why don't you show them, he weeded today, so he's like, why don't you show them the berm that I get to look at every day from my studio. So I'm like, okay, I can switch my island around. Y'all can see the road behind our house, and it's a different scene, right? How was Mexico? Well, let's just say I probably will not go back to Mexico. Thanks, Becky. Yeah, David said, let's see, which way? See our birdhouses back there? That's where Ruru and Gizmo is too. Yeah, Dave and I got sick. In fact, I went to the walk-in clinic yesterday. I went back this morning. And we'll talk about that as we start making the project. So let me switch the camera around. Put myself in the corner over here. Okay, let me show you the box. Okay, so I have to tell y'all, when I was gone last week, I made a really cute project that I thought was so stinking cute. These two were posted, you know, on my blog and the YouTube video. And if you're a newsletter subscriber, I'm just going to show you. This was your exclusive one, which I thought was just so beautiful. But not many of y'all watched my video. So here's what happened when I was in Mexico. Shelly and Sarah got up on stage and did a presentation. And lo and behold, the box that they made is the exact same box as this one that I showed with y'all last week, except it's much larger. So it's made exactly the same. If you look at the templates, this is the template for the larger one that we're making tonight. And this is the template that I shared with y'all last week for the little one. It's the exact same box. It's just bigger. So I thought, well, not many of y'all watched my little one. So I'll show you the big one tonight. The little one last week it will hold either the high chews or the lemon crisp Kit Kats, which I've already taken out of there. Yeah, but the one that I'm gonna make tonight, I guess I can remove my keyboard, right? So this will hold a couple different options. If you don't sew, that's okay. You can find lots of candy to fit in here, but it'll hold a pack of the Clover pins, 4 spools of thread, or it will hold 2 fat quarters. And if you'll remember, and if you ever watched my fabric basket video, you can make 2 baskets, 2 of my fabric baskets out of 2 fat quarters, because this would be the outside fabric and this would be the inside fabric. So I really love this box. It's a nice size. It holds a lot. If you want to give candy, it'll hold that too. The only disappointing news I have for you tonight is that this ribbon that I used on it, of course, sold out before I ever got to order any. And yes, I had a big cry fest for a good solid 10 minutes. I sobbed like a baby. My husband, of course, had to witness it. I was also sick, so, you know, when you're sick, you're also super sensitive. Anyway, isn't it beautiful? We're using the Country Flowers stamp set, and we're kind of sort of toying with using this for June card club. We don't know yet because we've got to figure out paper, embellishments, ribbon, and like I said, this ribbon is sold out, so that's not an option. So I'm not sure that I'm not sure yet, but it's one of them that we're looking at. So for those of you that are in the path of the storm, I hope you stay safe. That was us last night. Luckily for us, it either went way north or it stayed south of us. So yeah, we were, in fact, we thought it was going to hit about 11 p.m. last night. So I got in the bath at 10. Of course, David comes in and he's like, you need to get out of the bath. It's lightning really bad. And I said, okay, I'll get out quickly. It came earlier, but it passed by really quickly. So for us, it wasn't too terrible, but for a lot of people, I know it was not very good, right? So really quick, here's the link for the live Chick Candy. If you're over on YouTube, I've pinned it at the top. If you're on Facebook, it's in the comment section under the live video. So just scroll through the comments. I also posted it on the where I announced today that I was going live. The little image, it's in the comments under there as well. Okay, so we are using Country Lace Designer Series paper for the box, and we're using basic gray and basic white. And I have the measurements for you. I missed y'all last week, so I can talk and do this at the same time. I was, Dave and I got, well, I say I can do it. Here we go. Here's the measurements. So Dave and I both got sick on day 2. If you guys have known me for very long, you know that when we have crappy years, we have crappy years, and it just snowballs. But Julie, if you want Card Club this month, I can send you a link to pay for this month. So just shoot me an email afterwards, okay? Oh yes, and Becky says give me a thumbs up, please and thank you. Yes, please and thank you. Yeah, when we were kids, we were never allowed to take a bath or talk on the phone. Yeah, but you know, I thought the storm was coming at 11, so I didn't realize that it was going to come early. Okay, so here's the measurements. Like I said, we're using the Country Lace. This pack of paper, well, I'm making my chart. So one of the reasons why this is going to be a quick video tonight is because I'm in the middle of doing a lot of things. One of them being I need to make the paper charts. And so I don't have the paper chart ready for any of them yet because I just literally got every pack of paper in today. But anyway, I love this pack of paper. So this is 7 by 10. And then we've got our basic gray, which is 2 3/4 by 4. And basic white, 2.5 by 3 3/4. And then we've got some scraps for stamping. So I'm going to minimize this for the time being, and then we're going to go ahead and stamp. Do you guys have any questions? Ruh-roh, what did I just do? Do y'all have any questions before we get started? Yeah, I missed y'all too, especially because I was laying in bed doing absolutely nothing. I'm like, I could have been chatting with my peeps, right? I could have been visiting with y'all. We got there Saturday night. And we had all of Sunday. And then I woke up Monday morning really nauseous. Like, I'm talking about like I'm going to barf nauseous. David went and paddleboarded and went and had lunch. And then he came back and he was sick. And that's the rest of the story because we pretty much, David broke down finally and went and saw the doctor. He saw the medic. On what day did the catalog go live? That morning is when he decided he had to go. And I took him, of course. He got 4 scripts, 4 things of medicine. And to be honest, you know, between you and I was really afraid to take really weird medicine. You know what I mean? Like when you're in another country, I gotta grab my blends basket. When you're in another country and you can't read the writing on the boxes or the bottles or whatever, it's really kind of terrifying. And I didn't have a very good experience at the airport because this is just gonna, y'all are not gonna believe me. You're gonna think that I'm telling a fib, and I kid you not. When we landed in Mexico, we were there for like an hour and a half, and our bags never came out, and we were waiting and waiting and waiting. And Stampin' Up said it's gonna take a while, so we were like, okay, that's fine, not a problem. But after an hour and a half, everybody else was getting really antsy, and I was too, truth be told. Uh-oh, I forgot my other image. Grr. Oh no, there it is. So one of the ladies went over and knocked on the glass door and said, hey, our luggage isn't coming out. It's stuck back there. And the lady said, that's not in my department. So we were all standing there kind of scratching our heads thinking, okay, what exactly does that mean? So finally somebody came out, and 6 people had brought golf clubs, and the really long golf club bags jackknifed and created like a really hot mess. It blocked everything. It shut everything down. So we had to wait until somebody could come and fix it. And so, of course, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm like, okay, we've missed the transportation to get to our resort. I'm all stressed out because I can't handle being late. I cannot handle being late. That's one thing that my daddy taught me, and I can't handle being late. So when we finally got our luggage, of course, I was almost running to get out of the airport to get our luggage. Well, I got stopped by customs. So they sent us to this room so that they could search all of our bags. And I'm like, okay, search it. That's fine. I don't have anything in there. Well, then I come out of customs after being in there forever. And then the agriculture people stop me and want to search my bag for beef jerky and fruit. I'm like, they just stopped me at customs. We're at a different one. I'm like, oh my gosh. This stuff only happens to me, I swear. Anyway, we made it to the hotel. We're fine. We had one day of pleasure, and then boom, we got sick. So it's like, I'm not real sure what I'm doing wrong, but yeah. So the rest of the time in Mexico, I walked behind my husband. So if anybody saw us, I was walking behind him because I'm like, okay, they saw me and was like, whoa, we're going to stop her. I told David I must have not been holding my mouth right? This is basic gray. Yeah, this is dark basic gray that I'm using right now. I have learned my lesson. But they didn't find any fruit. They didn't find anything in our bag because we really didn't take anything that wasn't allowed. I already knew that from traveling to other countries. Now I'm using the basic gray light. Yeah, I already knew that, like going to other countries, that you're not allowed to bring meat and fruit. Yeah, that's a no-no. I think even in Aruba you can't bring. Yeah. So when I saw the doctor yesterday, one of the first things she asked me was, you didn't eat the ceviche, did you? And I was like, oh yeah, on day 1. She's like, well, that's what did it. Don't eat the ceviche in Mexico. I'm like, great, lovely. I'm glad I'm hearing that now. Anyway, what else can I tell y'all? Yeah, we missed everything. We missed the welcome party. We missed the farewell party. We missed everything. All I can do is laugh about it. So the other colors of markers that I'm using, I used basic gray for the pot, or whatever you call that. And then I'm using Berry Burst, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Pretty in Pink, and then the Color Lifter. You know, it must have been food poison. I don't know. I've had lots of tests, and I should find out in a day or so, because it gets better and then it gets worse and it gets better and it gets worse. This is going to sound awful, but it's quite possible that I have a parasite. Oh, I can't even think about that, right? Yes. Don't eat ceviche. We always eat it in Aruba though, and it's always really good. I'm going to bring this back over here so I can see what I did so that I don't mess up. I really don't want to mess up today. Not that it would be the end of the world, but I don't want to. The first 2 days that we were there, Saturday when we arrived, and then Sunday, it rained. Like, I tried to go up to the pool multiple times on that first day, and it wasn't possible. If you looked at the pictures I posted on my Facebook page, you saw this big pool that looked so beautiful and blue, but then you could see the skies. That's what happened. Every time I would go up to that pool, it would start raining. And I literally did that like 4 times, and I finally said, okay, I accept defeat. It's not meant to be for me to get any sun. I laid out for 30 minutes one day while David was in the room. I was feeling a little bit better, but then it got worse again. So I don't know that it was food poison so much as I think it's a bacterial infection. My doctor, they called me 2 times this morning. They said, we could just give you a flat out antibiotic to try to fix it. But I might need a much stronger antibiotic depending on what's going on. Here's the pretty and pink marker. Yeah, leave it to Angie. Except David doesn't usually get sick. So the fact that he got sick, whoa, that's serious. We laugh about it now because, like Monday night, I was crawling on the floor crying. I was like, dear Lord, don't let me. Well, it's too much information. You guys know when you get food poisoning, you know what happens. So, yeah, I was like, oh. Thank God for room service. That's all I can say, because we have the same thing every day for days and days. David said he'll never be able to eat that kind of chicken and rice soup again, ever. I'll get over it, because my chicken and rice soup is 100 times better. But yeah, it was ginger every day. For lunch we ordered chicken and rice soup and 4 cans of ginger ale. We knew we were dehydrated, but there wasn't much we could do. Yeah. In fact, my doctor called today and said, you're dehydrated, drink more. I'm like, okay, I'm drinking as much as I can. It's not easy. Okay, does that look good? Oh, I forgot to put the little, I'm almost done coloring. I know a few other people got sick too. Once I posted that on my Facebook page, a couple of other people said that people were sick. And I paid extra to go out there early, so it's like, well, that's really disappointing, isn't it? I paid money to go out there and be sick. I have one more trip. Well, actually 2 more trips this year, but I have one trip with my sister. We're supposed to go, well, we're going to the Dominican Republic in September for her birthday. And I'm like, oh, I went to Aruba, I had to come home early, went to Mexico, got sick. I'm just like, okay, maybe by September, this run of bad luck is going to be past me, right? We can only hope. Now, on this image here, you could have just stamped this on top. And if you look real closely, you'll see that I actually did that. But then I decided that I really wanted to pop it up. So I used the dies, because these have coordinating dies, and I cut that out. So we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna get my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Yeah, ceviche is raw meat cooked in the juices. And one of the things that happened, I believe, is I think that they did not allow it to cook in the citrus juices. So, you know, you can't just put raw meat, raw seafood in with the citrus juices and it instantly cook it. Like, it's a process. It has to process. I suspect that they probably just dumped everything in the barrel and then served it right there and gave us and made us sick. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. But okay, I'm trying to line this up. Can y'all see that? Not really. I'm lining this up before I put it on the we always have ceviche in Aruba. It's always so good, and I trust them. But it just did not occur to me that they would not make it properly, you know. And yeah, people will say, "Did you drink the water?" No, 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 no. No, we never drank the water. But there was at some point we were like, okay, maybe our housekeepers just emptying our bottles or refilling them with the sink water because we weren't getting better. It's like, okay, is somebody sabotaging us on purpose? I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to take my teeny tiny trimmer. Yeah, other people got sick too. I know of 2 other people. Because I wasn't out of my room very often, I didn't get to see anybody, so I really didn't know. Yeah, we missed the welcome party. We missed the farewell. We missed everything. We didn't get to go to a whoops, let me trim this. We didn't get to go to a single park. We didn't touch the ocean. David swam once. Not for very long. And like I said, he went paddleboarding, but that was it. Yeah, the last time we went to Mexico, we got sick on the last day there. And we know why, because we ate the salad the night before. We shouldn't have eaten the salad. But anyway, we got sick the last night there. And we didn't eat any salads. We didn't drink any water. But yeah, it was a ceviche. We thought it was the Mexican restaurant because we found out after we ate the guacamole that they put grasshoppers in it, which really stressed me out. I mean, grasshoppers. And they brought a whole bowl of grasshoppers for David to go on his, let's see, where does this go? How does this go? This is how it goes, like that. That's pretty, right? Yeah, they brought out a whole bowl of ants and grasshoppers that was supposed to go as I guess you're supposed to sprinkle it on your food. I don't know. No, thank you is what I said. But I had to sit there and look at them. So I thought it was the Mexican food the next day because after I ate the guacamole, he's like, oh, well, you already ate them. That's what was on top of the guacamole. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I thought it was like crackers or something. I did not know it was grasshoppers. Yeah, so I accidentally ate grasshoppers. I think they might have been cooked or something. I don't know. I don't even want to think about it, right? Okay, I'm using a half of a dimensional. If I can get my hands. Okay, just going to use my fingers. There we go. And then now we're going to attach this right on top. What few people did see me, I think I talked their heads off. They were probably like, whoa. This was my first trip I'd been on since the Alaska trip. So since 2018. Isn't this beautiful? I just love it. Now y'all see why we're considering making it, using it for Card Club. Okay, I'm going to get my Simply Scored scoring tool. We're going to make this box and then I'll remove the measurements from the screen. So this measures 7. I guess I could move that. Y'all don't really want to look at my keyboard. This measures 7 by 10. And on the 10-inch side, I'm going to score it at 1 inch. 1, 4.5, 5.5, and 9. And then on the 7-inch side, I'm going to score at 1 inch on both sides. So just flip it over and score at 1 inch. And like I said, if you watch that pre-recorded video that I did last week, exact same box. If you weren't here earlier. Bye, Teresa. Okay, so I'm folding on all the score lines, and where is my bone folder? There was a lot of storms while we were gone, and I know even at our house, like Brooke was supposed to water our garden while we were gone. She never once had to water. It rained that much. And we have like all kinds of things out there planted in our garden, like tomatoes and peppers and zucchini, and I can't even tell you, we have so much. But yeah, she never even had to water. Okay, I'm trying to see the lines, to cut on the lines, but whew, I am struggling. There we go. I can see it a little bit better now. We tried to come home. We were going to come home early since it was clear that we were not going to get better. It was going to cost too much money. And they weren't going to give us a refund on the room, or, yeah, it was going to cost money. So we just stayed in our room the whole time. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim these tabs a little bit. I forgot to tell y'all what this box measures when it's made. Oh, let me get the measurements off the screen too. That'd make it so much easier, right? The designer series paper is called Country Lace. So this box measures 3.5 by 5 by 1. So it's a nice size box, right? Okay, now we're going to put tear and tape on all 6 tabs. Yep, Country Lace. Okay, let's see. This white on light gray is hard to see, but I'm going to try to make sure I don't go over the lines. Yeah, the reason we think it's bacteria or a parasite is because it keeps coming and going. Like I got better there for a while yesterday, like a good probably 5 or 6 hours, and then it came back. Pretty much if we eat or drink. Yeah. David, okay, y'all want to hear something shocking? David lost 10 pounds. I lost 4. In 1 week, he lost 10 pounds. I only lost 4. That's because women, that's what happens to us women, right? Okay, I ran out of tear and tape, so I'm going to have to use that instead. Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay, so I'm going to start with this end and bring that up. Sometimes if you're not careful, you can rip your designer series paper with the Stampin' Seal. So you just got to be careful. Okay, there's that one. I like to do the ends and then do the middle piece. And I explained that too in the video on the small one, that do the ends first and then see which way the box lies better or closes better. Because one side always works better than the other. I don't know why, but it does. Okay. So let's see. If we put those tabs in this one, or do we want to put them in this one? I can already tell. So I'm going to put the tabs on this side. Inside the box. Okay, so we'll add this and these and this. And there is our box. Yep, it looks good. So now we're just going to take the ribbon. I wish the ribbon was in stock. It's because we haven't had a beautiful white ribbon like this in forever. And now that we have it, everybody wants it, of course. Okay, let's trim the ends. Isn't that so pretty? And then this is just going to get added right over here, and we're going to use dimensionals again. I'm going to use one on each corner. And then our final step is going to be to add the embellishments. So today we're using the transparent adhesive back dots, and I really don't know what colors are in here. Are they listed? No, they're not listed. But I kind of felt like it went with it, right? Even this color would go with it. So let's see. Well, I don't know. I like using this one. It looks like it might be Granny Apple Green, right? But let's see about using this color down here with the green instead of the, it looks like Blackberry Bliss, right? A set of cards will not fit because it measures 3.5 by 5. So 3.5 by 5, right? I think to get the size, because this was 7 by 10, and for it to hold a card, it's going to have to be quite a bit bigger. Actually, I do like that gray. Don't y'all? We would definitely have to use 12 by 12 paper, which, by the way, we're going to be getting 12 by 12 paper very soon. Yeah, so yay. Two-tone 12 by 12 paper. I don't think that's a secret, right? Okay, so tonight we have we have three. We have three what's for dinner. We have some leftover rice. Becky, what's for dinner? You're talking to two people that still has stomach issues. Rice and chicken. All I can do is laugh because otherwise I would cry, right? Okay, so I'm giving away 3 prizes tonight. I am not going to do the YouTube Chick Candy like we normally do every week because I have not announced last week's winner, nor have I announced the blog candy winner. I haven't shipped anything from the last thing, so I have got to get caught up. Okay, so you guys want to know what the name of the ribbon is? Look, I can finally show y'all the catalog. For those of you that watched my catalog walkthrough and had good things to say, thank you so much. I did the best I could not being live, right? So the ribbon is, where's the picture? Picture number 11. It is the petal pink and white 1/4 inch diagonal trim. So you get 5 yards of each color. So it's petal pink and basic white. And so earlier when I showed y'all this ribbon, back when I did my haul video, I told y'all that I was going to be buying a whole bunch of this ribbon. And then I was going to have to start giving away the petal pink because you have to buy the petal pink with the white. So I anticipate if I can ever get more of this, I'm going to have a whole lot of petal pink ribbon to give away because I want the white so bad. And it's beautiful, soft ribbon. It's easy to tie. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so the 3 gifts that I'm giving away tonight is I'm going to give, this is 12 6x6 sheets of the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. This was the paper that we could pre-order, and I was able to order it in bulk. I don't have a lot of extra stuff at this time because I had to place my order when we were in Mexico, and let me tell you, that's a hard thing to do. And the third item is a retired item, but they're really pretty, and it's called Garden Gems. They're beautiful, aren't they? That looks like Pool Party, which is one of my favorite. Look, it kind of matches my nails, right? Yeah, the 12 by 12 paper, but you have to be a close to my heart, already existing customer or demonstrator. So us regular old demonstrators don't get to sell that stuff yet. But one day, right? Okay, so if you filled out the form, I'm going to actually go copy those entries and I'm going to share my screen and we're going to draw 3 names. Next Wednesday, we'll go back to our regular scheduled program. Rose asked, was I able to get the ribbon for the ribbon share? Unfortunately, Rose, I was not. So I'm going to have to contact everyone and ask. You guys are going to have 2 choices. I can either send it to you when it arrives. Right now, the date is June 10th. Around June 10th, I don't know. But I'm also going to offer a refund for that ribbon. So whatever choice, whatever you guys want, I'll be happy to do. Yeah. Sadly, I was not. In fact, when the catalog went live that morning, that's the morning that we were the worst, and I took David to the clinic at the resort. Yeah. Okay. I'm going over to pull up the form real quick, and then I'm going to share my screen. So give me just a second to get to that form. I'm going to shut the form down, so you've got about less than a minute. Yeah, less than a minute. And I'm going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is no longer active. We have 179 entries from tonight. And now I'm going to download them and paste them into the wheel of names so that we can draw the winner. And today's date is May 7th. Oh, yeah. Happy Mother's Day week to all of y'all. Yeah, because Mother's Day is this coming weekend. It's just kind of snuck up on me, hasn't it? Okay, here we go. Cliffy, your name was first. Okay, let me get to the bottom. So, Command C. And then go over to Wheel of Names, Command V. And I just got to take out the title. Okay, where are y'all? Screen share. Can y'all see my screen? Okay, so we're going to start with the Garden Gems. That's going to be the first item. Let me see if I can turn this volume up so that y'all can hear. I love hearing that wheel. Y'all may not, but I like it. Okay, winner number 1. Congrats, Karen. And I'll recap these in just a minute. And now the Unbounded Beauty paper. Shauna, did you get my message today that the stamps, the bundle that you wanted for your Chick Rewards is not available? I'm so sorry. Yeah, I sent you an email today that the bundle you wanted for your Chick Rewards is not orderable. If you want to wait, we can, but I don't know when it's going to be in. Okay, another pack of Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. Yeah, those of you that do my Chick Rewards, Lisa, congrats. Okay, I'm going to need y'all's mailing address. And let's see, what am I doing? Stopping my screen share, right? I'm going to recap the winners. So, Lisa and Shauna and Karen. Those are our 3 winners. Here's my claim form right here. You can fill this out. You can use your smartphone to take a picture of that URL, or you can send me an email at this help desk email. This also works. Okay. Congratulations to the winners. I agree. Yes, congrats to everyone. I'm going to scroll back now and look for questions. So if you guys want to stick around and chit chat for a few minutes, after I get done with y'all, I'm going to have a little bit of dinner, and then I'm coming back down here to start cutting and sorting. And yeah, several orders arrived today. Yay, thank goodness. I'm actually going to scroll. I'm going to try to scroll all the way to the top and see if I can get to y'all's comments quicker this time. I usually start at the bottom and then go back, but I've just scrolled all the way to the top. But it sometimes doesn't show me all the comments. I don't know why. It says I have 496 comments, but it still doesn't show me all of them. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like the backyard. I'm going to tell David that y'all liked it. Yeah, he was like, show them my hard work. Let's see if y'all can see. Oh, well, there's all these signs back there. There we go. This way. So back there's our berm with all of our bird feeders. By the way, my hummingbirds came back today. Yeah, the hummingbirds came back today. They were, well, one of them. I put them out this morning, and I was so excited. After lunch, I saw it zipping around. Thank you. Yeah, David is obsessed with his yard. He's mowed it twice, and we didn't get home until Saturday night. He mowed when we got home Saturday night, and then he mowed again yesterday. But he's obsessed with his yard. Okay, the paper again that we used was Country Lace. That was one of the questions. If you guys sent me an email since my last live video, it will hold a gift card. Absolutely. Yep. It'll hold it either orientation. So you could put it in this way or this way, and you have a whole lot more room to add a bunch of other stuff as well. So yes, it will hold a gift card. What was I going to say? I was saying something. It went out the window. Yes, the gifts that we put in here would make a great sewer gift. Absolutely. Deidre says she just ordered this set. And yes, this ribbon comes with the petal pink. Yep, absolutely. Yep. Debbie says they're under a tornado watch. I hope you stay safe. Julie, don't forget to send me an email. In fact, let me just write that down. I can send you a link to pay for a 1 month card club because it's after the 5th. Okay, I wrote it down. Okay, now I'm scrolling back to the bottom. I don't see any questions up there. If you have a question now before I sign off, let me know. Yeah. Okay, we answered your question about the ceviche. Yeah, it tastes really good when it's done right, though. I mean, it's so good and fresh. Like they put cilantro in it sometimes. It's really, really, really good. But like someone else said, just have it in Aruba. Don't have it anywhere else because... Yeah, we had Pedialyte or electrolytes. Every day I would go to the little store in the lobby off the hotel and buy 3 bottles of. I got David Propel and I got me the Pedialyte. Anita says maybe just go to Destin, Florida. Anita, my sister said the same thing, but I kid you not, almost every single time I go to Florida, it rains. I went to Panama City once in my lifetime. The whole week I was there, it rained and stormed. There's just something about my luck. Yeah, there would be no rain in the forecast for. I have been to Destin before. It's beautiful. In fact, I was pregnant with Chase when I went. Thank you. My nail color gets a little bit lighter when I use sunscreen. I don't know what it is about sunscreen and my nail polish, but it always, and I don't know if it's the nail polish or if it's the sun, but it fades it a little bit. I'm laughing at the comments. I'm sorry. So Laura Ann wants to know, is the close to my heart stuff going to stay in the regular line, the colors, for example? I don't know. I have very little information. In fact, I think that the close to my heart demonstrators that are now Stampin' Up demonstrators, I think they have a little bit more information than we have. And I get that they need that advantage because their company has just gone and now they're starting all over. So they're getting this advantage of having product and being able to sell it before we can sell it, because Stampin' Up doesn't have a very large inventory. So if they made it available for all of us to sell, then they wouldn't have anything to sell. So that's about all I know right now. I don't know what products coming over, what kind of changes. I do know we're getting 12 by 12 paper. I do know it's going to be two-toned. I do know that we'll be able to eventually sell the same product, but not right now. Yeah, and I don't know the exact date. Yeah, this does not. So note cards, the Stampin' Up note cards. I know it won't hold regular size cards, but it might actually hold a note card. Let me see if I can get a note card. I don't think I have a note card in my possession. Oh, you know what I have? I have a note card envelope. Yeah, I have a note card envelope. So see, this is the note card envelope and it will not fit. Yeah, it won't fit. It's too big. What Shelly and Sarah showed fitting in here was a box of tags. It was really cute. So a box of tags, not cards. Yeah, cards are too big. Note cards are too big. Cards are too big. We don't sell the 3x3s anymore, so they don't fit either. But if we did sell the 3x3, they would fit. But then you'd have extra room, right? Oh, it's starting to hail there. Ooh, be safe. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I've kept you long enough, especially since I just showed you one project tonight. But hopefully next week I'll have my wits about me. And hopefully I'll have some medicine in me. Okay, thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all next Tuesday. The free PDF, the box template, all of that will be over on my website tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, okay? Have a good night.